The Alleghany Journal has found Leyna Hansley here of Safe Homes in Covington, and we're going to do a brief tour of some of the facilities, which I believe has had some upgrading. Is that true, Leyna?
Yes, sir.
And so we're here on Friday. You're all excited about these improvements?
We are, yes. We've actually been closed for the month of October, and we are reopened now, and excited to show our new space.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so our foyer, we've renovated that. We now have seating area for clients coming for counseling or to do intakes and things like that. So we wanted to create a space when folks came in that they were able to feel peaceful and to have this healing, love-filled home. And I think we've accomplished that. So
let's go on.
Around, yes.
Find ourselves in a comfortable bedroom setting.
Yes, so this is one of our 5 bedrooms. This is our handicap accessible room or folks who have mobility issues. The rest of the shelter is up the stairs, so this would be for folks who can't navigate those. We do have a wheelchair accessible restroom, and this room was actually, we had some help from the community making all this happen. Our Soap Sisters from Good News Church took over this room and renovated it and furnished it and created a lovely space. I actually started working here in September and just really thought that we could spruce some things up and wanted to be able to better serve our community, and so the staff has worked really hard the last month and a half to make this happen. So our kitchen, we have this amazing hand-built table that was actually here before, but the idea is that all of our residents, they take care of their own meals, so having a space for them to cook and places to store their food is available, and they actually have their own entrance, so residents can come and go, and we just provide a safe space for them and just respect that autonomy that they can come and go, and we just provide that safe space. And this is where residents will stay. We've got our living room that has really been spruced up and cleaned out, and we have an intern who's working with us, and she has created this healing nook for kids. So she's got the healing card and she's painted that and just really made that space open and cheery so that children can sit in there and do some activities. And so our total of 5 bedrooms that I told you about, 4 are upstairs. But this is our family room. So a mother who had a large number of children, and we've created a space where they can have some independent time. So a sitting area, and they are able to just have some alone time and not feel like they have to hang out in the living room with other residents.
This is a really impressive room. It is.
Thank you.
And so who all helped to do the renovations?
So majority of the hard work was done by staff. We had the Alleghany Hospital actually donated linens and comforters so we could make things match and look beautiful, all new stuff. We also had Bennett's Lumber helped and gave us cash donation to be able to buy new linens and stuff as well. So this would be our one of our single rooms, as far as we're never going to double up families. Every family will get their own room to stay in. But if we had an overflow of single individuals and didn't have enough rooms, we would double, maybe triple them up in this room. So the idea is that they each have their own space to keep their things and can have a room that's comfortable and feels like home. Everyone has their own room. They share a bathroom space. We also have the laundry space here, and the idea is that they can make this feel as home, just like home if they need to.
And then you have yet another bedroom.
We do, yes sir. So this would be for a single individual or perhaps a mother with a baby. We do have pack and plays or cribs to put in every single room. So this would be a great space for either of those purposes.
And Leyna, when someone comes to you for services or assistance, it's housing, but it's much more actually, right?
Yes, sir. We do offer free and confidential counseling. So not only to residents who are staying in the shelter, but also outside clients who are experiencing, maybe they're in a violent situation or have been in the past. And not only to those direct victims, but secondary victims as well. So families that have been impacted by violence, or children that have maybe experienced violence in the homes. So we have counseling for adults and children. We also do legal advocacy. We have we have folks who go into court and go through that process of getting protective orders, things like that. We have outreach and prevention programs. We have folks who go into the schools and teach children about healthy relationships, go to the Dabney, to the college campuses, and just really spreading the message that we're here to serve folks, but also that we can together create communities free of violence. Intimate partner violence is a cycle of behaviors used to control another individual. The day-to-day activities of folks in an abusive relationship, the physical abuse is actually on the outside. It's other things that abusers use to keep that control. They might control them through kids, coercions, threats. So that's what's keeping someone in that space, and that it's that power and control. And as long as they have that, and however that looks for them, they're happy. And a lot of that power might be financial. So, if they're not able to get a job, or that person is the breadwinner, that's what keeps folks in place. And so it's that constant fear of doing everything right to keep that escalation of violence from happening in the home.
And does the abuser at some point get counseling services if they're some kind of an agreement on this, or does it normally end up in more serious circumstances?
So unfortunately, there's only 3 ways for an abusive relationship to end. Either the victim leaves, the abuser stops being abused, or someone ends up physically either fatally wounded or so gravely wounded that they decide to then leave. There's always an escalation, and trying to create that education so that the community knows that this is the way, violent relationships can end in death.
And what can you say about the incidence of domestic violence in the Alleghany Rockbridge area? Do you see it increasing, staying the same, or decreasing in recent months and years?
I think it's staying the same. I think we are learning about it because we're slowly able to get rid of that stigma that it's okay to talk about it, and we need to be aware, and there needs to be consequences that are greater than what is happening so that abusers stop being abusers. So we are in our activity center now. This was completed last year. We have a space now that we can use for healing activities for residents, for outside clients. We have a ping pong table, we can watch videos. It's also a space that other civic organizations can use to have their meetings here, and just open this space up to the community to use as well.
So Leyna, you have a very pleasant backyard here at Safe Homes, and a place for kids.
Yes, so this is our play area that's been accessible. It's accessible for children with all abilities, and the idea that kids have already been through something really traumatic, and we need to create a space where they can just forget about all that for maybe even just a minute, to be kids. And I think this space really allows for that.
And finally, if someone needs the services of Safe Homes, or they're having domestic trouble, what's the best way for them to contact your organization?
So we do have a 24-hour crisis hotline. We have someone available to answer that every day of the week, any hour of the day, and that number is 540-965-3237, and there's always someone to pick up the phone.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.